Hello, you all. I would like to talk about voter suppression. Now, I had watched a thing on CNN where they was talking about voter suppression or whatever, and I guess when certain parties, I guess when the Republican Party bring up that you need an ID to vote, what is the problem with that? And this is what really ticks me, really pisses me off when I see other black folks on TV saying that us black folks are so suppressed that we can't even obtain an ID. That is the most insane thing I ever heard in my life. My 15-year-old son been had an ID since he was 13 years old. It's no way possible that people can't get an ID. All you need is a social security card, your birth certificate, and that's it. And pay the fee, how much ever the fee costs in your city for you to get an ID. It's that simple. We need an ID to go in we need an ID to go any of those government official places. We need an ID to go into a CNN building, a Fox News building. We need an ID to apply for welfare. You know what I'm saying? How do you get welfare if you can't just go on welfare and just say you somebody without proving the credentials that who you say you is? So I wish people stop acting like us. We are not black, to my black brothers and sisters. We are not down bad that we cannot get an ID, and don't let them even keep talking about voters. Name one time that somebody actually went to the poll to vote that had they ID and they got turned around. Not expired ID. We can't use expired IDs going into certain places. If you have an expired ID, they don't let you use it. Now, when I was hearing the stuff about Kemp in Georgia, when they were saying that he was trying to suppress all these votes, let me tell you something. When you fill out an application, you fill it out the wrong way, they throw your shit to the side. I don't care what it is. If you fill out an application wrong, they throw it to the side. Okay, they gave them an alternative. Just come with your ID and you can still vote. So what is the issue? Black folks, we are not, that's an insult to us to make it seem as if minority groups can't get an ID. An ID? We talking about a freaking ID right here. Like, are y'all serious? This is to suppress the minority vote. Are you serious? I can go right on 30th in the projects I grew up with and get somebody that's strung out on drugs, and I bet you they have an ID. You have to have an ID in life. And if you can't have an ID, you need to get you an ID. I was going back and forth with somebody on Instagram. They was like, well, most of these places, their license bureaus are 30, 40 miles away, and these people can't get to the thing, and they can't pay for birth certificate, because Social Security's cards are free. So you can't pay for the birth. I said, well, let me tell you something. Okay, let's do this. Instead of rallying up money to spend a lot of money on this campaign and to say black folks can't get a vote, let's go get a big tour bus, a couple of tour buses, go down in these rural areas, help pay for these people to get an ID and help take them to them. He wanted to argue. I said, you said it was a problem. I gave you a solution that you didn't want to hear. See, but that's the typical liberal mindset. Instead of having a solution to the problem, y'all want to keep talking about the problem. Black folks can get an ID and stop saying that our minority groups are suppressed because of an ID. No, you need an ID for everything else in life, but you don't need an ID to vote. The most crucial thing that's in the world that's going on, and you telling me that we shouldn't be allowed, we don't have to use an ID, and if I messed up on my application for anything that, at least they giving you the chance to come in there with your ID. But see, these are the tactics. Quit listening to that old dumb stuff. And us black folks, we is not down bad. We can get an ID. We are powerful. We are great. And we are above all the other stuff that they try to say that we are. Listen here. We can get an ID. So stop letting them tell you that. Voters suppression. Show me some cases where they actually had an ID and they told them they couldn't vote. Now that's a vote that has been suppressed, or a vote. Now that's a problem. Not a problem because you messed up on your thing and I'm just asking you to come to the poll with your ID. That's not a problem. And we can get an ID. So I don't want to hear that crap about, no, we can't get an ID. And that's all I want to say. Nobody's suppressed. Stop saying us minorities, black folks, it's targeted at us. Us black folks can do everything else we want to do. So if we can do everything else we want to do, but we can't get an ID, you got to be out your mind. If anybody come to you saying that crap, you need to tell them, that tactic is over with. Over with. You can quit saying that. Say what really happened with those ballots. They didn't fill out the thing right. They had missing stuff on there. They had missing information, or information that matched up to what they had in the BMV. So they just told you come with your ID. That is not a big issue. That's all I want to say. Ain't no voter suppression, please. And us black folks, we can obtain ID. We conquer and do everything else in the world, so we can get a $25 ID and no one tell you that you down bad that you can't get one. Thank you all. Have a blessed day.